This is the second video in a series about real estate investment, early retirement, and escaping the rat race. This one is specifically for American military members who are at or approaching military retirement and want options for the rest of their life. Let's say you are retiring as E6 with 20 years, you have had it up to here with a military that barely resembles what you expected when you joined 20 years ago. And you don't like what the military has become. Patriotism for the USA has dissipated as you have seen changes to the general American society and the nation's leaders. You served in either Afghanistan or Iraq or both, and so you saved your salary for a few years. So you have maybe $35,000 in a regular investment account and another IRA with another $50,000 in it. You are either single or divorced. You are in your early 40s. You like mountains and trees and nature. We hope this scenery appeals to you. So basically you are looking at an entry-level career, a new beginning, a new mortgage on a so-so house, a so-so life. Unless you do something unusual, starting with watching this entire video. And thinking about it. And asking for more info. Problem number one is that $2,000 a month or so is not enough to live on in the USA, at least not as you would like to live. Quick question, do you like to ski? This scenery is ski resort area. Problem number two is that you have few civilian skills. You are not going to get a job that pays anywhere close to 6 figures. Problem number three is that if you ever want a real family, with kids, the time is now. But you look around and see today's little boys pretending to be girls and girls pretending to be boys and teachers encouraging surgery. You might remember your own marriage or watching what happened to your buddies who married American women and now are paying child support for kids they are not allowed to talk to. By contrast, some of your buddies married women who are not American and who have traditional values and you are jealous. Speaking of a traditional woman. Okay, it's time to start section 2.
Hello from Ukraine. My name is Yeva Vik, I'm a lawyer in Ukraine. Every week I will post options for rent, and then if you like it you can buy it or have a mortgage agreement. Total price will be under the video always, and every time will be example of the house. At least once a week I trying to find this object. It's extremely difficult to find object like this, but we need people in Ukraine. We need to help Ukraine. People come here, rent something, buy products, they help economy to run. So, my mission to find such an object and make any kind of legal support. Welcome to Ukraine. Why I decide to find object like this? First of all, it's not only affordable, cheaper location. Before buying an investment in property, you can try it. The minimum lease term is 3-6 months, depends how we agree with owner. In every video I will notice how long it's gonna be, the minimum rent, but it's not gonna be rural village with nothing around, it's or next to the hot springs, or next to the ski resort, next to Ukrainian Florida with 50,000 pelicans nearby, amazing nature with people that 1,000 years grow up, grain and great wine culture. So I'm not gonna choose nothing horrible for you, it's something very interesting, and you can be ambassador of Ukraine. You can open your YouTube channel and promote Ukraine. I think it's not a bad idea. I already relocate many people and I trying to convince them to share information about Ukraine. Not all agree, it's a true. Some people, and I respect this, they don't wanna be public, but we need people who gonna run YouTubes, who gonna promote Ukraine, because now in news it's only horrible negative news and nobody know about how beautiful Ukraine, how different nature, that you can find absolutely same beautiful blue water as on Maldives, and you don't need to spend crazy number of money, or you can find a pink lake or lake with flamingo, lake with so much beauty in Ukraine. So yes, this video for you, we're waiting for you. Every week I will try to post interesting video with a property that you can rent for 3-6 months for very affordable budget, and if you like here, because most of countries we have visa-free regime up to 180 days. And I think this term will give you really good answer. Do you like to live here or not? And before investment, before buying property, it's also the best solution try to rent. Thank you so much for your time. Keep working, keep discovering Ukraine, and welcome to Ukraine. To your attention, house in the West Ukraine. Link with location will be under the video and more detailed information. Total price $34,000, but possible to have a mortgage agreement. For today, owner asked $20,000 forward and rest during 2 years. But of course possible to negotiate term as an agreement between two private people. And also possible option to rent this gorgeous house with many fruit trees for minimum lease term 3 months. This is a long-term option. Also I can find similar houses, and under the video will be links. A little bit similar houses in same area, Airbnb. So if before you want to invest in property in Ukraine, just look at this spectacular mountains view. It's really gorgeous area. Even air here is amazing. Ecological place to live. If you decide to invest in such object and have this dream house, I offer you for the start, try to rent it, to feel it, this land, if you like it, don't like it. But most of the people that they help to relocate, they really like it. Imagine you have a Sunday barbecues here, enjoy fruits, enjoy, nearby is a river, nearby it's a hot springs, nearby mountains, just to walk once a week mountains. I think it's a good lifestyle. House 2000 year of construction, but look quite modern. We have a big guest bath, 3 bedrooms, and possible to add more because there is one room which can be or office or bedroom. I think it's quite nice condition. People just started to sell, so here is lots of stuff, but I can tell you that this is not a bad idea of investment because you have already ready house to move in. If you like this option, also under the video will be marketplace of and link of marketplace of houses with possibility to have mortgage agreement, different terms, different. I always write different condition of mortgage agreement. Sometimes it's minimal payment like $1,000, sometimes it's more. Depends what seller want, but we always can negotiate and we always can deal on numbers. Thank you so much, and I hope this video will be useful for you.
And now section 3. My comments. First of all, this is 100% real. That house and land is really only $34,000. But that is just the beginning of the good news for you. There is a 5% tax when you buy it, so you should budget $1,000 or so for closing costs. After that, there are no real estate taxes. That is correct, none. Total utilities for this house, heat, natural gas, and electricity, are under $200 a month. Most houses have their own well and septic tank. Internet and basic cable is typically $10 a month and may be faster than what you have in the USA. A cell phone plan is also $10 a month. Food, unless you like imported seafood, is less than the USA, and basic vegetables are a lot less. One of your neighbors has chickens and another has rabbits, so you can buy locally. Government is typically unobtrusive, so if you want to build an addition on your house, no problem. And EVA will help you with the residence permits that you will need to live full-time in Ukraine. Okay, the elephant in the room. The war. Let's start with personal safety. There is no reason to carry in Ukraine. No one is going to carjack or mug you. No one is going to break into your home. This is like 1950s in Iowa. There is no violent crime except for family fights. Take a look at a USA map, and assume that you live in Upper Michigan. Does what happens in Detroit or Chicago matter to you? No, it does not. What happens in the Donbas is not relevant to you in the Western Mountains either. In conclusion, like this video, subscribe to me and share this video with your buddies. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. The future belongs to the bold. Prosperity is not earned by being timid. And stay off the dating websites, come to one of EVA's events instead.